We are learning more about the death of a D.C. violence interrupter, Justin Robinson, at the hands of D.C. police.
His family agreed to the release of the body-worn camera video from officers, and tonight MPD posted it, nearly 40 minutes worth of it.
Yeah, our Katie Lusso went through every minute of it along with our team here. And Katie, what are some of the key takeaways?
Well, there were a total of 11 shots fired, 10 shots from one officer and a single shot from the other. Tonight, we are seeing the body-worn camera videos from those two officers and also hearing from Justin Robinson's sister, who told me tonight she is both heartbroken and outraged. Now, we do need to warn you, this video is graphic and may be hard to watch. These are the moments 26-year-old Justin Robinson was shot and killed by D.C. police. On Sunday, September 1st, D.C. police responded to a McDonald's drive-thru on Marion Barry Avenue in Southeast for a report of a vehicle crash. They say they found Robinson unresponsive inside this white car with a gun on his lap. Here's what the chief says happens over the next 10 minutes.
The officers were clearing the area of any individuals or individual persons or bystanders who may have been around. They were also using their police vehicle to box in the individual's vehicle, and they were also attempting to create a plan on how they would respond or engage when they were notified by other officers that there was individual movement inside the car.
After that, one put his gun into the window that Robinson appeared to have started to roll down. The chief says this is when Robinson is accused of grabbing the officer's gun. In this slowed down video from MPD, you can see a red circle around what police say is a loaded gun. Police say that gun was in Robinson's left hand and that he used his right hand to reach across and grab the officer's gun.
MPD is there to protect and serve. They failed to protect and serve.
Trilicia says MPD failed her brother Justin.
Why was there no urgency to make sure that we're rendering aid?
She says he always wanted to be a community activist and became a violence interrupter for Cure the Streets.
He always had a smile. If anyone would talk about him, they'll say that when they see him and then when it's time to depart, they'll say, I love you, and he'll say, I love you more.
She says she doesn't know why he crashed or why he would have had a gun on his lap, but she and their family attorney say they don't believe he was grabbing for the officer's gun.
Mr. Robinson seems to be waking up to a gun that's inches from his face. I think he's trying to push a gun away from his face.
He said, I'll shoot you in before the shots were fired. Once he was rolling the window down, why did you place your gun in the window and then tell him that? And like I said, no aid was rendered. If you thought that he was slowly waking up, all of these things leading up to his death could have been prevented.
Now, I asked the chief tonight if it's standard protocol for an officer to put their gun in a window that close to someone in this situation. She said that's part of the investigation. So what comes next? Well, the U.S. Attorney's Office is investigating, and once they're done, it'll get investigated by Internal Affairs at MPD. Both officers remain on administrative leave.
A heartbreak for this family, and clearly this is just the beginning of what happens next. Katie, thank you.
This was a very, very tragic incident that happened back on September the 1st. The video footage came out with the family's permission. I think they spoke with their attorney and maybe convinced them that it would be a good idea to go ahead and put it out for the whole nation to see. It seems as though everything was going good at first, the approach that the officers took, and then everything just went south real fast. So prayers go out to his family. This news report came from WUSA 9, which I think is a local news media outlet for the DC area. The family of this 26-year-old man, they're calling for justice, and rightfully so. He was shot multiple times and unalived by police officers when they arrived. Now, I'm going to make the assumption that maybe one of the McDonald's employees or somebody in the drive-thru may have called the police. He was sitting in the line. I guess he fell asleep or he was unconscious, or maybe he had health issues. Who knows? I'm pretty sure they're going to find out during the autopsy. But the corner of the driver front of his vehicle hit the wall, I guess, as he was coming around to the window. It seemed like it might have been real early in the morning, so it may have been sleepy or whatever. When you look at his driver's seat, it was set all the way back, and it looked like it was intentionally done that way. Maybe he was tired. Who knows? When the police arrived, they placed the vehicle in the front and the rear of his car to make sure that, of course, after they saw a gun on his lap, he was unresponsive. Maybe they thought he could possibly wake up and take off and hit the gas and run. So, okay, I can understand that. But as they further assessed the situation, they were moving the innocent bystanders away just in case something happened. And the guy started to wake up. One officer says he's moving or he's waking up or something to that nature. So he woke up. His window was originally up. He laid it down because I'm assuming that he wanted to have a verbal interaction with the officer. Now, when you wake up, you're already discombobulated. You don't really know what's going on. And it's even worse when you see guns and stuff in your face. Lights flashing, blue lights, it has like a psychological effect on you, especially when you see blue lights come on behind you. Nobody feels comfortable with that, no matter who you are. You got multiple people giving different commands, and it's hard to hear. So naturally, I think when he let the window down, he grabbed the police officer's gun, possibly to move it out of his way. He put his left hand on his gun. I'm assuming the guy was probably right-handed. I don't know that to be a fact, but most people are right-handed, and usually if you grab your firearm in self-defense, you're going to probably grab it with your dominant hand. The family's attorney said that he felt as though there were no real efforts into de-escalate the situation, and people would have a natural inclination to respond like that after being woken up. The officer who came towards him after Robinson let the window down, he came to the window with his gun, and you heard what the sister said. I'm gonna shoot you in the effing face. And we've heard that before in the Sonya Massey case. All right. Now, where do these officers get off by talking to the public like that? It's just highly, highly unprofessional and disrespectful. I would assume that he had the intention on doing so because he said it. But man, from a tactical standpoint, you don't go in closer to someone that you know that may be a possible threat. You keep that distance away from them. But man, that was a horrible mistake by that officer. I don't know if you want to call that a mistake. Maybe he had a huge ego problem. Maybe he was just one of those type of guys, But yeah, that was a really bad decision. But I definitely feel as though things could have been done way differently. There were different options. That was just the option that they chose to do. But we're gonna see this thing play out. And just, let me know what you guys think about this situation. What was something that could have been done differently? Just put it down in the comments, and I guess we'll both be watching this thing to see how it all play out. See y'all next time.